The time is 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for the Peter Channel Noon News Report on this Wednesday afternoon, April 26, 2017. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins here. It's 12 noon, and a top story on the Peter Channel News at noon on this Wednesday, April 26th is Washington, where the first 100 days have been the traditional yardstick of presidential achievements since Franklin Roosevelt. While Trump vowed Wednesday to bring his fight against the sanctuary movement to the Supreme Court after a federal judge blocked the White House move to withhold funds from municipalities refused to incorporate with immigration officials. China's first domestically built aircraft carrier during its launch in Thailand had no fees reported on Wednesday. The ship is not ready for operation, but it was hailed as a milestone on President Xi Jinping's drive to extend China's military reach. President Trump on Wednesday is sending in an order for the Interior Department to review 20 years' worth of monuments and destination on federal land across the country. Ivanka Trump is the first daughter to American history to score West Wing officer and her chief of staff. As a former special advisor, her portfolio encompasses both outreach to Europe and the world as the commander-in-chief staff. In TD Talk, Pope urges people to make real connections. So the United States military started installing a controversial anti-missile defense system in South Korea overnight Tuesday, triggering protests and sparking criticism that it was rushing to get the battery in place for the likely election. It's the second time in about a week that someone has broadcast a gruesome killing on Facebook. France said Wednesday that the chemical analysis of samples taken from the Delhi sarin gas attack in Syria earlier this month bears the signature of President Bashar Assad's government and shows that it was responsible. President Trump's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, appeared at violent federal law when he failed to seek permission from the U.S. In 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt persuaded Congress to expedite a raft of major laws to combat the Great Depression ever since the end of the first 100 days and then the time of the accomplishments of the new presidents. On Wednesday, President Trump will summon the entire Senate to the White House for a special briefing on North Korea. On Tuesday, North Korea staged artillery drills off of the East Coast. Former President Barack Obama spoke during an event at the University of Chicago on Monday. Chris Soules called the police before allegedly leaving the scene of a fatal car crash Monday night. Newly released audio reveals the recording, which was first released by TMZ, was apparently lodged too. Local police before 911 first responders were called in. Anti-terrorist police in Belgium and France arrested 10 people suspected of spying weapons for the 2015 attack in a Paris supermarket. Turkey's interior minister and over 1,000 people suspected links to the Turkish were detained Wednesday by police and intelligence officials. The French government has proven indicated that the Syrian Air Force dropped bombs on containing nerve gas sarin on a civilian population, said Wednesday. Analysts in China warned that the Beijing should be careful not to start a rivalry at sea. China demanded Seoul remove the U.S. missile defense system on that on Wednesday. U.S. officials said an Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps ship came with about 3,000 feet of the USS Man destroyed in the Persian Gulf. Venezuela's foreign minister said he should withdraw Venezuela from the OAS said that the bloc called a meeting of the South American country requests without approval. Ted Cruz introduced El Chapo Act, a bill that will use the estimated $14 billion in assets owned by a drug lord walking into Cruz by the bill to border wall. One person died in the crash of a twin-engine plane near Huntsville, Texas. The State Department of Public Safety announced. White House bounds the wall at 11 steps with the Foreign Ministry. The definite John Rabbit on a United Airlines flight from London, Chicago, reports the following and occurred that it struck with more than 1 to the U.S. Along with remains after Donald Trump fired the Persona pistol again, and of a softwood lumber found when it celebrated its birth in the U.S. Yet you think that Twitter will be able to milk his status as President Trump's megaphone, but the company still faces a second news growth that's never made up. Provident even reported quarterly revenue decline on Wednesday. London stocks now up 40.60 points to 21,044.782. SP 500 up 4.57 points to 2393.18, and Nasdaq up 3.87 points to 629.46. Before NASA's Cassini probe rose up in Saturn's atmosphere on September 15 and diamond between the planet's ring, which science today could yield stunning discoveries. The moon runs over the local AVC as human outposts on the moon. China considers lunar base as launch pad for future missions. The Humpback whale is known for long and song, which can be heard 20 miles away. However, the new recording show mothers and calf whisperers to each other stimulating and avoid attracting predators. People around the world use more than a million drone basketballs each year. They are made of notoriously resilient kind of plastic called polyethylene that can break down. It is strong provided by Children's Hospital Philadelphia, an illustration of fluid-filled incubation system that mimics the mother's womb in hopes that one day women the survival of extremely premature babies. A new commentary just published in a British journal of sports medicine considering that the century factors uninvolved in coronary artery disease. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration calls a cool deception companies provide months and desperate consumers that their products can cure cancer. Tampa, distributing a new trend involves men and secrets taking off condoms during consensual sex and sometimes later bragging about it online. Peter Channel News Time is 12:05 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a traffic in terms of the pot. No, it's time for a New England report. An engine 6 rescue on Charlie response Master Street in the 2nd Street. Confirmed poles wires down across vehicle 2 hours ago. 5 transporters involved. Ever precursor priority in the board area. And now sports. Tonight, Boston Celtics will be taking on the show at Bulls at 8:30 p.m. in a Game 5 Eastern Conference first round. And the Boston Red Sox will be taking on this New York Yankees game time 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. Marshawn Lynch is set out coming to retirement after Raiders and Seahawks agreed to a trade that will allow them running back and play in Oakland, source from ESPN's Evan Schefter. Scale position on typically focused around, but the 2017 NFL draft on managed to be remembered as a square top and talent and depth on the defensive side of the ball, edge rushers, cornerbacks, and safeties. In a message sent to Wednesday to ESPN employees, Network President John Skipper announced the company is being the next round of layoffs, a long-standing move that is expected in the ranks of ESPN's under and online talent. Former Colts first-round draft pick Anthony Gonzalez, an NFL fan, but not a Roger Goodell fan. Gonzalez believes that NFL commissioner should be fired. Peter Jones' time is 12:07 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's inventory the community rails looking good on the subway system. So on the sports person running late to the traffic and on the ferries they are looking good. Okay, looking at I was in my way to New England here. Route 8 on the northbound side. Route 8 whatever it's a little slow. But Connecticut highways are looking good. Down over there, 95 minutes northbound side, back from Route 610 connector in downtown Providence. 185 eastbound side, a little after Route 44 up in East Providence. And 610 connector is slow after the 6 in Providence. 138 on the westbound side, a little around Jamestown. Route 128 on the northbound side, a little around Route 9 in Wellesley. 120 on the northbound side, a little around Route 3 in Burlington. Interstate 89, southbound side, a little sort of Canadian with an upstate Vermont. F to the Canadian border. Peter Chill News Time is 12:08 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report here. And check out radar, and it shows a lot of rain showers stretched around Northern Bristol and Plymouth County and around much of Norfolk County and around route mass back from between 495 and 128 and headed up around Lexington and Waltham and raining around Northern Rhode Island and south of Putnam, Connecticut, around Norwich, Connecticut, and raining around east of Hartford, Connecticut, and up around southern Worcester County, and raining around Norfolk, Greenfield, and raining around Hyde Park and Poughkeepsie, New York, and around New Milford, Connecticut, and raining around northeastern New Jersey from Clifton and Summit, and down around southern Brooklyn County, lying the rain showers off the Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket, and some rain showers off Brooklyn, and some spotty rain showers west of Brattleboro and south of Rockingham, Vermont, and rain around central portions of New Hampshire, and then around south central Maine and western Maine, and around Lewiston, Portland, and Augusta, and raining around southern eastern and south central and mid coast Maine. And raining from eastern Quebec and northern Maine, and coming to much of New Brunswick, and central and eastern portions of Nova Scotia. And raining around northeast of Utica, New York, and raining around south of Albany, New York, and raining in the Poughkeepsie area. Okay. 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, we have some rain likely areas of drizzle before 2 p.m. Then areas of drizzle with a chance rain after 2 p.m. Areas of fog before 2 p.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 62 degrees. Southeast about 6 miles an hour. Chance ratio is 7%. New percent with less than 7 inches possible for tonight. Areas of drizzle and fog with a chance rain. Clouds got about 31 degrees. At northeast wind, chance ratio 30%. For Thursday, areas of drizzle with a slight chance rain before 10 a.m. Then a slight chance rain between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Areas of fog before 11 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 65 degrees. Light of wind, chance ratio 20%. Thursday night, a slight chance rain showers. After 1 a.m., punch bug after 1 a.m. was mostly clouds got about 32 degrees. Light south wind, chance ratio 20%. Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers after 5 p.m. Patch bug before 10 a.m. was mostly clouds got about 76 degrees and some spots about at 7 miles an hour. Chance ratio 20%. Friday night, park clouds about 55 degrees. For Saturday, chance of showers after 11 a.m. Park clouds about 79 degrees and chance ratio 30%. Sunday night, park clouds with a low end 40 degrees. For Sunday, park clouds about 62 degrees. Sunday night, chance of showers mostly clouds got about 46 degrees and chance ratio 40%. Monday, chance of showers, cloudy, mostly clouds, but 6 and about 35 degrees and chance ratio 45%. And for Tuesday, chance of showers, but that's about 70 degrees and chance ratio is 40%. And currently in Taunton, it's overcast and 61. And in Norton, it's cloudy and rainy and 61. And in Mansfield, it's cloudy and rainy and 60. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel News 1. And it's April 26, 2017 on a Wednesday afternoon. If you say good afternoon, goodbye, and hope you have a good day.